Letting the Future In is a therapeutic service for children and young people who've experienced sexual abuse. The service is offered to children aged between 4 and 17, where they've made a disclosure that they've been sexually abused and there's been an investigation either by Children's Services or by Children's Services and the police.
Children are referred to us from various different places. Quite often it's from a local authority, so a social worker might refer to us. Sometimes it's from schools, CAMs sometimes refer to us, and occasionally we've had parents or children themselves saying that they'd like a service and referring.
The team in East London is made up of a team of practitioners who come from various different backgrounds. The basis for the work is to build a therapeutic relationship with the young people, so the practitioners will provide a safe space to children and young people where they feel accepted and they feel that they're not being judged. What they bring into the room is what is accepted within the room. So the practitioner will get to know the young person, what they want to work on, the goals for them during the work. There might be a young person that prefers talking in sessions, but there are also young people and children who prefer to do play-based activities.
The tools and methods that we use with them can range from sand tray play, using puppets, using dolls' houses, using modelling clay, using art materials. We initially carry out a 4-week assessment, looking at how the child is doing in their home environment. Is it safe? Is it stable? Is it appropriate for the child to take part in the work? And does the child want to take part in the work?
When we first start working with a child, we would think about taking it very slowly to begin with, really getting to know the child and understanding how they like to work. It's quite a long-term service. We're able to offer up to 30 sessions. So we have time to develop a relationship and really get to know a child and how they like to work. It's also important to communicate clearly with them, to be reliable and to be consistent. Being attuned to that child as well is really important, sort of understanding or noticing how they're feeling, not just what they're saying, but what they're doing and how they're behaving, and noticing some of those things and being able to reflect that back to the child. I think very often the children that we work with are quite cut off from their feelings.
So a lot of young people have been described as angry or challenging or hard to engage, but actually what's misunderstood is what's going on for that young person and their strengths. And I think that's one of the things that Letting the Future In practitioners bring out of young people are their strengths, their interests, and what makes them unique as a young person. So what we try to do is empower young people to make safe choices, and in that we help them build goals and work on them throughout the intervention.
We would work with what we identify as the safe carer, so that could be a parent or a relative or a foster carer, somebody who is deemed safe and consistent and has some kind of emotional capacity to help the child through this work.
It's really important that we work with parents as well as children, because they support their child's recovery long beyond the scope of the work that we provide. Children need their day-to-day needs met, and the sessions that we provide are on a weekly basis and do support children's recovery, but that's only one aspect of their recovery process.
The training that was provided for this particular service was working therapeutically with children, looking at the effects of trauma on the brain and the associated symptoms that can create, so being able to recognise those symptoms, being able to assess what's going on, and ways of working with that, including therapeutic methods such as sand tray work, art and other types of therapies.
I think the most important skills to be able to deliver the Letting the Future In service are good communication skills with children, sound risk assessment skills, good listening skills.
The most rewarding thing about doing this work is when there's been a child who previously hasn't made any eye contact and they suddenly start being able to look you in the eye. And also when a child is able to actually talk about how they're feeling when previously they couldn't, and also seeing more smiles.